Welcome back to the original Living in Arkansas channel. Today, I am showing you a few neighborhoods built by Roush Coleman by Lennar Homes. They just got bought out, so they just changed their name. But this is a quality builder that I think you'll really appreciate. And we're highlighting 6, 7, 8, 9 of their neighborhoods, I believe. It's going to be a video that's going to be geared towards if you're looking at an entry level into a new house in Northwest Arkansas, or if you're looking as an investor, this is going to be one of your strongest options. Is this builder right here, and we're going to explain why, because the appreciation of the following neighborhoods around it are going to drive these values up, but you're going to get these at a lower entry point. This is a strong option for a family or an investor. So stay tuned. We're going to go all over the map.
Welcome back to the map, where we're going to be talking about investment opportunities, or maybe it's a first-time home, maybe it's just a move here, buy here kind of house that you land in this house and then you go buy something else as you really find what you're looking for. Maybe this turns into a rental for you, because these are, as I'm going to show you a little bit at the P Ridge location. We're going to talk about a little bit of the details and the differences between Roush Coleman Homes and other builders in this area, and why there's a value there for, in particular, for the lowest cost home in the area, but also for investors that want to buy rental homes or multiple rental homes in the neighborhood. These are really, really good options, and they're building about 900 to 1,000 homes a year in Northwest Arkansas. So the first place, as I was showing you in the intro, was right up here in P Ridge, west-ish, east-ish of Bentonville. So over here we have Schubert Mitchell Homes. We've got some that are under 290. That's what I have the limit set to, as you can see. I'm on our website, homesourcenwa.com, and I've got it set to a few parameters, new construction homes and such. So they've got a few that are, 1,000, almost 1,200 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 288. Schubert Mitchell builds a really good home. They spend a little bit more money on a little bit nicer finishes. They're just as good. They come with a 2-year builder's warranty. They come with structural warranty. They do a really good job, and it's still P Ridge. And if you map it from downtown P Ridge to the highway, it's 11 minutes. So from these neighborhoods, you're like 12, 13 minutes to the highway, the main interstate. So you could be at the Promenade Mall in like under 22 minutes, under 20 minutes maybe. Downtown Bentonville, under 20 minutes for all the farmers markets and events that go on down there. Really interesting place. P Ridge has its own school district. It's rated good, I believe. Go check it out on niche.com or greatschools.org. Be sure to do your own research on that. All right, let's jump into some options here. So we've got, this is a lot of bang for your buck. This satellite photo isn't updated, but there's a lot of bang for your buck here in P Ridge. You got $257,000, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,150 square feet. 280, you've got 3-bedroom for 1,400 square feet. And if you want, I could send you a CMA of rent comparisons of what these neighborhoods are getting for monthly rent. Those that seems to always be in flux and in change, mostly increasing, obviously. So reach out to us, and we'd love to connect with you and share that information. I believe the next thing I want to do is let's go to these houses. I want to tour a 4-bedroom house right quick and show you the benefits and such of Roush Coleman Lennar Homes. All right, let's go do that, and we'll come back to the map. Welcome to Walnut Hill in P Ridge. This is Roush Coleman's neighborhood. They've got almost 200 lots that are still available. We'll maybe point you out on a map. This is one of their 4-bedroom homes. This is their model home that is all dolled up. And we wanted to talk about Roush Coleman Homes. I really like this builder because they offer a lot of options. They go from no garage door opener and no ceiling fans, it's carpet everywhere, to this. And this is a very livable, very well done, appointed house. And so it's very good for people that are just getting in to buying a house, to maybe this is your second house and you need a 4-bedroom that's a lot bigger, and you can do a lot of picking, a lot of variety, and they do a lot of inventory. They build almost 1,000 homes in Northwest Arkansas. So this one, like I said, is well pointed. It's 9 foot. You've got this, what is this, a 3-inch baseboard instead of like the 6-inch that you'd normally see. This one has LVP. That's one of the options for flooring, but you're going to have like 2 colors for for their options. Coming into the bathroom, so it's going to be the fiberglass insert, quality material. Then it's going to be a granite countertop, and the base model is going to be more of a Formica countertop. Maybe that's a good fit for you, maybe for your needs, whatever that may be. But you can save some money there. And everything here in Roush Coleman Homes are an option. So even like the double window, I believe, is an option for the front elevation of the house. And one thing you're going to notice is there's no windowsill, wood-wrapped windowsill. It's just drywalled in. And it's still fully functional. It just looks a little bit different. That's something you could go put in yourself, but it costs extra to do, and so they don't do it. Another thing is there's one can light, and this can be converted into a fan. They do put in a second switch for a fan option that's pre-wired for the fan, but again, something you can do later to save yourself a little bit of entrance fee. So another bedroom just like that. We got the garage. We'll go show you that in a minute. And then little closet. As you can see, this one's pretty spacious, pretty wide here. And you got a little guest bath right there. Yeah, and like that cupboard above the toilet, that is an extra charge. You know, just little things like that is, they don't have to put them in so they can save money for you, the consumer. And if maybe you're the investor, maybe you're the homeowner, whatever that may be. Like this little extra trim on the cabinets, I think that's actually an add-on as well. This granite, there's going to be like 3 colors, and it's not the super thick kind. And it's so there's some options, and there's Formica. I think there's even tile, but there's also this granite, and then the backsplash. They have some Formica backsplashes. So there's a lot of varieties and a lot of different options, and they still look like a great house. And this one, like I said, is very well appointed, and a lot of options. This one also has the half window. This is like a $500 option. If you wanted the full door, that was like $1,100. If you wanted no window on it, that was a lot cheaper. That was the base model. And then coming out to the outside. So on the front, you saw that there was like half brick up to, about a third brick, and then the rest is going to be this vinyl siding. The more vinyl siding, the cheaper or less expensive the house is going to be. And this is going to be a pretty standard back porch. If you get a smaller house, it might just be a concrete pad outside the door with maybe a covering over the door so the rain stays off of it. One more thing about this. So like a D.R. Horton house or a Schuber house or any other builder, really, they're going to have a really long eave here and a big soffit area. Roush Coleman, they're not going to do that. They're going to save a little bit of space there, go a little bit higher pitch so they get the airflow in there, but you're not going to have it's not going to look as big, and it's going to look a little bit different than a different builder, and their standard is not going to put gutters on the house either. So I don't want this to sound like I'm downing Roush Coleman or Lennar Homes, because I really like their product. They build a quality house. It comes with a 1-year builder's warranty and a 210 warranty and a structural warranty. So they build a quality product, but it just allows a product that can get into buyers that are barely able to qualify into a house and get them out of renting. So they're filling a need right there. Also, let's say you buy this house, you buy it for $200,000, let's say $300,000 in Pea Ridge. Fast forward 5 years from now, you're looking to sell it. It's now worth a lot more because it's 5 years, but
what the appraiser is going to do is they're going to go pull, okay, this house is 2,000 square foot. Well, they're going to go look at that one's 2,100, that one's 1,900. It's built by different builders. They're not looking at it going, oh, that's built by Schubert Mitchell. That's built by D.R. Horton. That one's built by Roush Coleman or anything. They don't look at that. They just go by square footage. And does it have granite? Does it have LVP? So they're asking little questions like that. And so that's where you can really save and earn a lot of appreciation. So whether you're the homeowner or the investor, 5 years down the road, you're gonna have a lot of appreciation due to the other builders building the same size house and building a quality product with different materials. And so you're gonna get a lot of appreciation that way. Let's take a look at the master bedroom real quick. Here's another features, taking the ceiling up to a 9 foot. There's an option just for the living room. There's an option just for the bedroom. And then it's a pretty big space. Then you come into the master bathroom. You know, you can put a double sink here. You do a single sink. You've got this area over here that you could put a tub in if you wanted to. There's an option for closing this in for a linen closet. You got your toilet room. You can do several different variations of a shower. And then it's right into the closet. So I wanted to give you guys a clear breakdown of what Roush Coleman has to offer and kind of highlight the differences. Like if you've seen our other videos, you've seen some of our Schubert Mitchell or D.R. Horton or just random builders in Bella Vista. There's a lot of different variety, and these look different. They're going to feel very nice, but they're not going to maybe not have that elevated appearance as other builders, but they're also not going to have that elevated price. Their entry point is a lot lower, even for their fully loaded house. Definitely worth checking out. All right, that's a lot of information to throw at you guys. We're going to go to the map. We're going to pinpoint a whole bunch of other neighborhoods. Roush Coleman by Lennar, and so why they're such a value and a good purchase price. So let's go check out all their other neighborhoods on the map. All right, we're back at the map. I want to zoom in on these right here. These are 250, 230, 260, and they're super close to Centerton. They're really close to Bentonville. The only oddity about these ones are these are going to be 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,250 square feet, no garage. There's no garage. There's no storage in these homes. We've toured these before. They're really good. They're well built. They look cool. Cool little environment neighborhood. This is a good, possibly like an Airbnb or just maybe a rental. It's not something that if you have a lot of things, it's not a great space for that. So there's an option there that's pretty inexpensive, but you got to calculate the no garage aspect to it. And then right here, we've got some townhomes, duplexes that you can buy one side, both sides, $252,000, $53,000 for 3 bedroom, 3 bath. 1,430 square feet. And then we've got some rent options for those as well. So this is a really good thing that you could buy one side or both sides. You got some more duplexes being sold right here. Lowest one is 226. And again, check out the school district because these are both in Bentonville School District. Historically, typically, these are going to be the #1 school district in Northwest Arkansas, in all of Arkansas sometimes as well. So be sure to check that out. And having those rental homes or first-time home in the Bentonville School District can be quite beneficial for you. And so I wanted to come down over here. We've toured this neighborhood here as well. There's no drone there because it was the airport's not too far away, as you can see. And you don't really hear the airport, but you definitely have to abide by its flying rules. So it's a huge neighborhood, probably 20, 30 acres, all duplexes, and it's really well done. Roush Coleman is the only one building townhome duplexes that are being sold in the area. Everything else is just, there's just not many multifamilies. I'll jump into that in a minute. And so here's 2 more neighborhoods. Here's another Schubert Mitchell home right here at 282. It's a little bit higher. But on the north side of Siloam Springs, we've got Mission Hills neighborhood, and they've got half dozen or so. 254 for 1,200 square foot, 3 bedroom, 2 bath.
And then if we come down here to Foxtail, they've got a new neighborhood that's going in like right here. Let's see. There's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet, $249 for a 1,400 square foot house. This is immense value right there. The reason why, because you're on the east side of town, so most people are going to be working in, maybe Fayetteville, Bentonville area. I'm going to switch this map to Siloam Springs. Houses are right here. And then why this is such a value to you. So come out 412. If you're working in Bentonville, here's a new highway. You can see the dirt scar right there. We're going to be done with it in about 18 months. And then you're going to connect onto 612, doing 70 miles an hour the entire way. Boom, you're in Bentonville in under 40 minutes. And that is, right now, it would probably take you close to 50 to an hour, especially with traffic and all the lights you got to go through. Becomes a hassle. With this new highway going in, it really opens up Siloam Springs, Gentry, to the Bentonville area, to the highway, getting to the interstate really quickly. This is going to be huge. Also, as you can see, the scar line goes up to the airport, and that's going to be a big deal for getting access. So over here in Highfill and Gentry, you come right over here, get on the highway. You can get places a lot quicker, get to grocery stores, restaurants a lot quicker as well. So this is a big deal. That's why Siloam Springs is so intriguing, because you can still get $1.20 a square foot for a rental in this area. In Pea Ridge, you're going to be about the $1.25, a little bit higher because it's closer proximity to Bentonville. You have all the trails in Bella Vista. You have all the trails that are the mountain bike trails and such that are in Bentonville, Pea Ridge, Bella Vista area. People want that proximity to Bentonville, and Pea Ridge is a little bit more desired for that reason. And Siloam is a little bit set off over here. You have everything you're going to need in Siloam. You're going to have Walmart. You're going to have a hospital. You've got groceries, other grocery stores. You've got Lowe's, whole bunch of restaurants here as well. So Siloam has everything. It's a very self-contained little town. It's a great little place out in the country, good folk. It's Benton County. So one thing about Benton County that you guys need to know is the property tax out here for real estate property tax is going to be 1% of the value. Now, that's going to be a big difference to Washington County down here. Washington County is 0.6%. So it's a 40% difference. So if you have a $300,000 house, boom, you have $3,000 in property taxes. Now, if you're living in the house, you can apply for homestead credit, and that's going to save you $600 a year. But if it's a rental property, that's not going to save you any money because you can't apply for that because you're not living there. So if you guys are interested in getting onto this website, just scan the QR code that's on the screen right now. It's going to take you to this screen right here with your phone. Start your home search right there at the bottom. Book a Zoom call with us. We'd love to connect with you, answer any questions. I know there's a lot of details when you're doing your calculations about math and investment. Is this going to be a good fit? Right now with the rates, they're uncomfortable. They're frustrating. So we're seeing the profitability range anywhere between 25 and 35% down, depending on the total cost of the house and where the house is located. That's just because the rates right now, theoretically, they drop later this year, maybe next year, substantially enough to where it lowers the payments and the rent, the scarcity of rentals. Let's talk about that for a second. All right, so all I did is I went to search, advanced search, clicked on rentals, changed it to, instead of for sale, I went to rentals. So you can kind of see where the prices are that are being active. And you get 1700, you're up here in the 1800s, you're also, yeah. So you're getting a good amount of rent dollars. And then also look how many there are. There's not many that are listed there. Those are bigger, probably nicer homes right there. There's not many in Pea Ridge for the size of the town. Centerton is always going to have a bunch of rentals. It's a booming area. A lot of people want that proximity to Bentonville. They want that school district. And then you got a few of the townhomes over here and a few of the there's other rental neighborhoods. Not really rental neighborhoods, but just homes, neighborhoods with rental homes in them. So you can kind of get an idea of homes for rent and the prices and what they're going for. And then there's where there's a vacancy, that's where you want to be thinking, like, there's a mass of them up here in Centerton, because there's 36 people. How many people are moving to Northwest Arkansas per day? 36 people a day on average are moving to Northwest Arkansas. That's 1,000 people a month, 12,000 a year. That's a bunch of people. This is Realtor.com reported that Arkansas was one of the most popular places for people to move in 2024. So there's a lot of people moving to this area, and Walmart's bringing a lot of people in. Tyson Foods, JB Hunt, Sam's Club, they're bringing a lot of people to this area. So these are all factors that you have to think about when you're doing your calculations, whether it's for investment or if you're going to move your family here. It's an interesting area in Centerton. There's a lot of rental options. And do you want to buy where there's already a whole bunch? Or do you want to buy a little bit further out where there's some duplexes and townhomes? Or Pea Ridge, where there's you have a little bit less expensive house to rent, but kind of guarantees that they're going to go after yours a little bit faster because of the value. Springdale always has a vacancy. Look how Springdale's huge. There's over 100,000 people that live in Springdale, and there's 24, maybe, if I'm being generous, in Springdale right there. We've got a neighborhood that we're going to talk about over here in Sonora that is going to be a really interesting option. So there's a bunch of rentals there. You can go in there and go to search, advanced options, and do multifamily searches. So if you're looking for multifamily options, there's about 80 options in Northwest Arkansas. There's not many, all the way up to, I think it was the highest one I saw was $13 million. There's some that are $240,000, $200,000. You do the options. If you have any questions about them, be sure to reach out to us. We'd love to connect with you and serve you in any way and help do some calculations, talk about the areas and whatnot. I'm trying to give you as much information as I can so that you guys can make your best decision as possible. All right, let's go check out Washington County now, and I will give you some of the neighborhoods in there. Washington County, here we go. So Springdale, we were just talking about that. There's a neighborhood over here. It is a Ralphs Coleman Lennar neighborhood. They have some homes here for $271. We just did a video. We just shot this neighborhood a few weeks ago on a video. As you can see some drone footage. You can see some us walking through the house a little bit. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $1,216 square feet. You're getting like $1.20, $1.25 a square foot for rental. You're really close to the School of Innovation. That's a Don Tyson School of Innovation. So Tyson Foods is sponsoring that school. You can leave high school within a college AA degree, associate's degree. You can leave high school with practical experience in being a diesel mechanic and very practical trade schools areas, but also STEM areas as well. So very cool school to go check out. And Benton County has something similar to it. They have the Ignite program in the high school. Ignite is very interesting. You think there's 35 different branches that you could go into that the student picks, and you leave with an associate's degree. You leave in practical experience. During COVID, there were medical students that were wanting to go into the medical field or nursing. They were making $35 an hour testing people in the drive-through swabs during that phase of our world. But they were making bank. Like, what 18-year-old, 17-year-old wouldn't want to make $35 an hour, 20 hours a week? Like, sign me up. I would have done that. Anyways, back to this. So there's a nice little neighborhood here. So, trying to give you a better picture here. There you go. Keeping it under 300,000. That's where the sweet spot is for rental options in Washington County. Benton County. Then we've got right down here in South Fayetteville. We did a video on this neighborhood and I really liked it. Yes, you have some industrial complexes that you don't hear to the north, but to the south, it's just this giant hill here that goes up 100, 200 feet, and you have this creek on this side. They've got 3 ponds that you can walk around. All the houses are rear load. It's a beautiful neighborhood, as you can see from the drone footage, as you saw from us touring it. Be sure to check out that video. I think it was the first house that we actually toured. It's one where my wife and I kept tripping into the doorways. So this one, 262, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1150 square feet. But what they're seeing in this neighborhood is they don't have any listed for sale because they get snatched up real quick, because they have a 5-bedroom, 2,500 square foot house. You're really close to the university here. So parents or investors are grabbing that and they're renting it by room, $500 to $700 per room to each student. And you're under a 15-minute drive in a nice, quiet, safe area. Again, go do your own research on crime and school districts. Niche.com, greatschools.org. But this is a really cool little area. Then over here, we had Elkins. Now you're 20 to 25 minutes away from Fayetteville. The cost is the lowest, the highest value here in Northwest Arkansas. So we got 4-bedroom, 1640 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2-bath out here in Elkins. Beautiful kind of a valley area. You got mountains to this side, mountains to this side over here. And you're under 25 minutes to Fayetteville, to the university, to the schools. You're in your own school district out here. You got a small little town, half dozen restaurants, 1 grocery store. But man, you're going to get a 1,600 square foot house, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and you are under, what was that, 270? Was that 279? Yeah, under 280. And you're in a brand new house. Plus, this qualifies as a rural development loan. You're on a lower tax, so 2.6 tax rate. Very strong option right there. Just if for the rental perspective, you're getting about $1 a square foot. You're not getting the $1.20. You're not getting the $1.25. Over here, you're going to be getting that $1.25, maybe $1.30 value. Then we've got some homes here that don't have garages, so you can click on those. And then out here in Prairie Grove, couldn't think of it, we've got some Schuber Mitchell homes. We did a tour on this one as well. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square foot. Really well-built house, already laminate floors throughout, granite countertops, really durable materials. And you got a 2-car garage, walkable. You're real close to all the schools. Wonderful little town, 1 grocery store, and you have half dozen restaurants or so. And you're going to be getting that $1.10 a square foot for rentals. So this is a really strong option as well, because you are 15 minutes to the interstate. On that drive, you're doing 55 to 70 right there. And then you go through some lights and you hit the interstate, I-49, and you're under 20 minutes and you're at the university. So there's a really good proximity for and you get a great value. You're out in the country and it's gorgeous up. You have these mountains to the south, like holy cow. Really strong option. If you're looking to capitalize on the Bentonville market, this isn't really a great one. Also, just noteworthy, down here in West Fork, there's about a half dozen of them. $297,000 for a 1,500 square foot house. Riverwood Homes, they build a great home. And small little town, property taxes are really low. And so this is going to be a really good option for you as well. So I hope I have covered a lot of detail. And if you guys have any questions of investment opportunities, starter homes in Northwest Arkansas, homes with the most value to them, so that you can maybe rent them out later. And we've gone over the details of why Roush Coleman is such a unique builder for that purpose. And there's 9 different neighborhoods that they have. And there's a few others from different builders that we would highlight. If you have any questions, And if you want those area specific rent breakdowns, I can do that per neighborhood. Just reach out to us. We'd love to connect with you and see how we can best serve you and your family. Until the next video, we're going to be showing you more new construction homes in Northwest Arkansas, best deals, hidden gems, rehab houses. We're getting after it all. All right. Till the next video.